Hey everybody, it's Andrew. Welcome back to Shining Song Starnova. Right, and last you left off, well, we're here in the protagonist room. Our room, I guess. Sure. It's actually been quite a little while between me recording this and the initial episode. Really fucking busy schedule. Okay, but anyway, cold. I woke up to the frigid winter morning. Yeah, I know how that feels. It's fucking cold down here right now. Even worse though is the window right in front of my goddamn desk. Yeah, the cold just seeps in through it. So unless I'm wearing socks or something, my little toes just get nippy. I woke up to the frigid winter morning. Given my current finances, I couldn't afford to turn on the heating and had to sleep wrapped in thin blankets instead. As soon as I tore myself from the sanctuary of my warm futon, I was assaulted from every direction by Old Man Winter. I entered the bathroom, trying my best not to faint from both the cold and sleepiness. An unkempt face with weary eyes stared back as I stood before the mirror. I have been unemployed for the past 2 months and being fired from my last job. Thanks to my paltry savings, the past few weeks have been a losing war against eviction and starvation. However, my luck finally turned around. By chance, I encountered my old professor from management school who happened to own a talent agency. He offered me the chance to become a gigolo, and I readily accepted. I don't mind having my holes plowed in order to make a few bucks. It's a living. And I'll keep on living because of it. No. Of course, my brain goes to stupid jokes first, as opposed to something clever or entertaining. Starting today, I was going to be a producer at Shining Productions, where I could once again manage a group of idols. That was my dream, to become the producer of Japan's greatest idol group. That was why last year I started working as a manager at Golden Calf Productions, Japan's premier talent agency. Golden Calf manufactured girls into stars. They also just manufactured girls. Today, the idols of Golden Calf regularly appeared on national television and consistently filled every concert with attendees. Attended words. Not only that, but Golden Calf had substantial ties to media corporations as well as the Japanese government. You could call it Japan's #1 idol corporation. Turning people into the best way to turn out people is a commodity. I thought it was finally a step closer to realizing my dream when I was hired by Golden Calf last year. However, that dream was abruptly cut short when I was fired due to a certain incident. And what incident might that be, my good sir? Exposition, please. Ever since then, my life had become a nightmare. I shook my head and cleaned myself up with a razor. Now that nightmare was going to end. I was going to grasp this second chance by the balls and squeeze until I got the sweet and become an idol producer once more. Gathering my energy, I shook myself awake and left my apartment. A Saga soft drinks. What is that over there? Something called a I can't quite. I don't really read cursive well, so I'm not entirely sure what this is, but I see cola. A Saga soft drinks. Oh, that's funny. After a bit of a walk, I arrived at the Shining Productions office. Why does this look so much more vivid? It's weird. I couldn't help but be somewhat taken aback by the crumbling tenement. Frankly, the apartment was largely a dump, with cracking concrete walls and faded windows, half of which were covered up with plywood. For a while, I was left wondering if I was even at the right location. However, upon closer inspection, a row of faded and peeling stickers spelled out Shining Productions on the second floor window. I swallowed my apprehension and went upstairs, only to be greeted with a cramped office. Oh look, boxes. Mr. Producer. Hello! That's my name, Mr. Producer? Really? Hey look, I'm the fault poster. I looked around for anyone else. A tiny girl who looked about 14 years old poked her head out from behind a rolling whiteboard. Why do you sound like you've smoked about a dozen packs a day? Is this Shining Productions? I'm the new producer. The girl suddenly scrambled to attention. Oh no! No! Oh, you're one of those girls. Fuck. Oh, I don't remember her name. The fucking, the after show bitch from Lucky Star. The idol who, despite putting on like the cutesy kawaii veneer, was underneath a bitter and even like changed her voice and everything for the act. Oh, that's good. Okay. The eternally 12-year-old idol. How old are you actually? Stop it, that's creepy. Okay, is this where you change back to your actual voice and like threaten to cut off my nuts if you do something if I don't? What the hell was this sudden 180 personality shift? I see. I opened up the portfolio President Okada gave me yesterday. Sure enough, I found Kashiwagi listed as one of the talent okay, I'm just making sure I read it right. Listed as one of the talent candidates for Shining Productions. Kashiwagi, 18 years old. Was a child model, then became an idol at the tender age of 12. Yeah, and that kind of fucked her over, didn't it? I see. Child idols appealed to a certain, very limited subset of the fan base. But no matter what, they had an expiration date, after which their fans suddenly lost interest and turned to the next fresh little thing, and yeah, that makes them bitter as hell. Very competitive thing, too. Sure, they can try to keep up the elementary schooler act for as long as they want, but all girls grow up eventually. Hey, don't look at me like I'm some kind of creeper. I'm just saying things how they are. No, that's true. That's how it works. It's a little twisted, kind of disgusting. I mean, in terms of the marketing aspect, that's what I'm talking about. Not like people growing up. That's natural, but the whole idea of, you know, you having a timer on you to be valuable. That's just messed up. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry for that. That's people aren't a fucking commodity. God damn it. I'm not gonna apologize for thinking that. I bowed a bit to Aki. I look forward to working with you, Kashiwagi-san. Kashiwagi-san. She is not gonna like that you used a more formal name for her. Stop calling me Oni-chan. Yeah. Well, let's see how long she can keep up with the whole I'm just a stupid kid tee act. The most important thing was to not get caught up in the act yourself. Never forget, these girls are thinking only of themselves. The entertainment industry was a dog-eat-dog world. At the end of the day, what mattered was getting ahead in the rat race. The whole I'm just a weak little girl you need to protect act was for their own benefit. Sad but true, although you may be a bit too bitter about yourself, judging them based on the act as opposed to who they actually are. I mean, some of them might be bitter little cocks, I don't know. Fucking quit, that's creepy. The girl went to what looked like a break room where the others were gathered. A hodgepodge of girls emerged. Before I could see her, one of the girls retreated back into the room. What was her issue? Was she pulling the I'm just a pure virgin who's scared of men act? Oh, hello. Before I could investigate, the oldest looking woman of the group began talking. Was she supposed to be the alpha of this pack? Shit, she stank of tobacco and booze. She staggered from side to side as if she was drunk. In fact, given her stench, I wouldn't be surprised at all if she actually was drunk. Okay, that's presumptive. I admire you as I'm assuming the oldest, taking up a protective stance. Yes, that's commendable, especially because you never know, but still, I'm a little ticked off. That's the very first thing that comes to your mind. And that's another thing called generalizing. And no, I'm not. Sorry, I interrupted you there. Noted. And here you have the textbook example of a burned out idol entering the latter half of her 20s. Ouch. Basically, This is where the end of the line was. Even the best idols eventually lose their youth, and that's when the fans start turning away. Your body suddenly can't pull off those dance moves you used to do so well as a teenager. Parts start getting wrinkly and saggy. And so at their wits' end, they crash down this level of recreational drugs and booze. That is a really, really fucking cynical look at someone, you know, hitting the age of 30. I mean, fuck. Do you know how many female vocalists I'm a huge fan of that are over that age and are not only gorgeous but insanely talented? I mean, I understand the whole idol industry tends to be more focused around youthfulness and so on, but still, Jesus Christ. Hello, Julie. No, haven't I told you to not stick your nose where it doesn't fucking belong, kid? There you go. And maybe they just had too much. Just go away. The blonde girl pushed Maria back into the break room and then returned. Okay, so. Right, that's, yeah. The usual kind of case. That's not a good idea. A hafu, yeah. Hafu, whatever. Idols of mixed ancestry tend to excite fans the same way as exotic animals do at zoos. No! Well, I mean, in a really twisted way that is actually an apt comparison, but still, it just kind of makes me cringe. Blondie emanated a powerful aura about her, as if she expected to be treated like royalty. Just as expected from an idol, huh? After all, American girls had reputations for being more wild. So just let the imagination of the fan base run, and they can already conjure up all sorts of unimaginable scenarios in their heads about this and that. Yeah, it tends to be one of those stereotypes. Hey, like I said, I'm just laying all this out. Laying it all out as it is. I'm just doing my job here. I'm not here to make friends out of my coworkers, or here to make them commercially successful and to bend them over a table if I can at all possible. Just as long as it's not on the record. I mean, I did what? No. What are you wearing, Natsuki? No. The resident hick. Country girl from Kansai was right. She seemed more at home in front of a pickup truck on a dirt farm road than dancing on a stage. Her skin was tan brown. Sure. Let's go with that. As if she had spent her entire childhood picking rice in the fields or something. What was a girl like that doing in Tokyo trying to become an idol? I guess nowadays girls with defects were... I'm sorry, defects? Defects. You're a bit of a douche, aren't you? Well, considered moe too, but turning a country bumpkin to an idol? No matter how you spun it, this is gonna be a hard sell. I turned my attention to the two girls. Just ignore that train wreck. You remind me a little bit too much of someone I'm not enormously enamored with. No, I'm not. So we the reserved conservative stereotype? I want to spit that heart up before you choke on it, by the way. That's kind of dangerous. What a stereotypical opening. In fact, she was pretty much a conventional image of an idol. Although I wondered just how much of that was real and what was fake. And I wasn't just talking about a personality. Oh! Oh! I'm sorry, did your little hair antenna just radar my inner my inner ruminations here? Yeah, she's a god from the universe. Oh my god. Okay, well that seemed pretty far-fetched. It seemed like Nemu was actually pretty clever. I guess despite her airhead appearance, Nemo was sharp at reading people's thoughts. That was a necessary skill for a successful idol in any matter. That only seemed to confirm that Nemo was sharper than she let on. No. No, bad touch. Bad touch. Nemo exposed more of her cleavage in an absent-minded manner, as if stripping down in the middle of the office was a regular occurrence. I mean, I wouldn't mind if it were. I'm just do it. You know, just pretend like I'm not here. I don't mind. Yeah, despite being a healthy young man with an unavoidable interest in such matters, I had to remain above the game these girls play. We'll be doing the physical examination later. That left one girl aside from the one who hid from me. Okay. That's an interesting start. Shit. I already have an insanely bad feeling about her. Oh my god, are you a Junie? You are, aren't you? You're a bandage and a contact lens away from being a fucking... This here is someone referred to as a Junie Bo. Thanks to a certain late-night anime. Acting like a foolish middle schooler has been all the rage with the Kiba folk lately. From light novels to eroge to anime, characters of this flock were propagating everywhere. It's only a matter of time till they seeped into the idol world as well. Not feeling like playing along, I just looked at her information in my portfolio. 20 years of age, high school diploma, but everything else in her resume after that was a giant blank. No prior work experience in the idol industry. Hashimoto Mika-san, I presume I look forward to working with you. Stop it. Junie-chan. I like that, Junie-chan. It's cool. That seemed to put a stop to Mika's act. She pouted and looked away from Aki. So the two of them didn't get along. I'll have to be careful. Well, that was everyone for now. Oh, except for that one. There you go. Aki appeared into the break room and pulled her out. This girl. She was one from that incident. The one that got me fired from Golden Calf. Oh. No wonder she hit herself the instant she saw me. What was she doing here? Come to think of it, she most likely got fired after what happened too. Did she sign on with Shining Productions after that? Just because this coincidence was too convenient. Most likely the professor purposely hired the both of us to work together, precisely knowing the details of that incident. Which one of you guys you're gonna keep hidden from us for a while, aren't you, you motherfucking cock tease? That would explain why a fired producer like me was suddenly hired out of the blue for this agency. So the professor played a fast one on me, huh? I rubbed the back of my head in frustration. No. For now, I didn't want to share the particulars of my exit from Golden Calf with the girls. Shimazaki Sasami-san, I'd look forward to working with you, and uh-huh. With that said, Sasami retreated behind the other girls. Oh, you never know. That might have an appeal of its own. I'm sure it does, actually. Quite a few popular, shy girl characters out there. With that, the self-introductions were over. As if on cue, President Okada walked through the door. Good morning. Good morning, Professor. Good morning, everyone. My apologies for my tardy arrival. It appears you girls have already met your new producer. Quite the lineup. President Okada introduced me once more to the girls. Nishiyama-kun is a former student of mine. Nishiyama, huh? While he's still young, he's a diligent worker who will do everything in his power to turn everyone into successful idols. Please work hard together. I'm counting on each and every one of you. As I said, starting from today, I'll be Shining Productions' new producer. Even though we're starting from scratch, I want to accomplish big things together. Okay then. I understand all of you applied to become talents at our agency. Before we formalize your work contract, there are certain criteria to be met. First, we'll begin with physical examinations, followed by individual interviews. We are still a small agency, so in the end, you are only applicants. Please do your best to relax and convey your natural personality. Oh, okay, the voice acting just cut out. Great, okay. Teehee. Oh, Nichan's sure a pervert wanting to see Aki-chan the way she was born the first day on the job. Just to wipe that look off your face, you smug little bitch. We'll be wearing swimsuits, obviously. While you're preparing for the examination, please also take your measurements. Of course, they will be kept confidential, so feel at ease. We'll use your measurements to prepare your stage uniform, so do your best to get accurate results. Now, does this place have a changing room? I looked around and found nothing of avail. Okay, hi. Time for the producer to vacate. With a grin, Natten, whatever, you carted me out of the office into the cold hallway. I guess Nat meant no. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go and cut the episode here. I don't actually remember how long I've been recording for because I lost track of time. But it's probably been long enough, and a good midway point before the rest of the shit starts. So, hope you enjoyed. I've been enjoying so far. This is really fun. The writing's, clever enough. It's pretty entertaining. The characters seem interesting. And I'm curious to see how the game actually progresses from here, how it's gonna play once the full thing kind of opens up. I think it is some sort of a management thing. I don't remember for sure, but I'll find out. In any case, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.